Hello, Degens. Welcome to Brofect Sports Talk with the Brofect one, AJ. I, of course, am the Brofect one, AJ. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Thursday, September 15th, 2022. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Chargers and Chiefs tonight. We're going to talk about LeBron James' thoughts on the Sarver suspension and fine. We're also going to dive into the MLB and some changes coming there that's going to, I think, make the game a hell of a lot better and a hell of a lot more exciting for the viewers. With that being said, we do get to start off, though, with some breaking news in a world that we are not all too familiar with, and that would be the tennis world. Obviously, Serena Williams, as of late, retiring after the U.S. Open, and now Roger Federer announces retirement. The 20-time Grand Slam champion will play the Laver Cup as a final. ESPN News is reporting. He put out a nice little tweet saying everything, to my tennis family and beyond. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for everything. But no, really, shout out to Federer. He is one of the few tennis players who I know by name, and I feel like if I saw him in public, I'd be like, oh shit, you're a tennis player, bro. That's awesome. Like, you're a GOAT. Congratulations. Truly just an unbelievable career for him. It's hard to see, We're getting to that point, especially in my lifetime, where I'm starting to see a lot of the GOATs start to retire for the first time. I wasn't around when Michael Jordan retired. I wasn't really around I was around when Peyton retired, but he was already on a downswing, so that one didn't fucking matter. But it's hard to see, like, all these guys that I've known and watched, especially seen on ESPN so many times, start to retire. But, hey, that is the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You know what I mean? Sorry about the volume. We just got a new soundboard, so we're messing with it a little bit. If it is coming through a little rough, please just leave it in the comments down below so we can continue to fix it and upgrade this show as we go. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. Help us continue to develop the channel and grow. Let's move on to the basketball world before we talk NFL and MLB. Because one of the more outspoken athletes in this world, LeBron James, obviously. Anything happens in this world, you need to get his opinion to it, because let's be real. Everything at the end of the day affects LeBron James' legacy somehow, some way. And this is no different. LeBron James coming after the NBA and Robert Sarver, saying that the NBA definitely got this wrong. Robert Sarver, who was suspended for a year and fined $10 million. He is majority owner of the Phoenix Suns and Mercury. But yeah, LeBron James, he goes on with a tweet. Let me go ahead and pull that one up real quick. Come on, LeBron. Why is your Twitter taking so long? Yeah, here we go. It's a nice little thread, so I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little read. We can go ahead and go through it together. Read through the Sarver stories a few times now. I got to be honest, our league definitely got this wrong. I don't need to explain why. Y'all read the story and decide for yourself. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. There is no place in this league for that kind of behavior. I love this league, and I deeply respect our leadership, but this isn't right. There is no place for misogyny, sexism, and racism in any workplace. Don't matter if you own the team or play the team. We hold our league up as an example of our values, and this ain't it. Yeah, no, this ain't it at all. This is not a good look for the NBA whatsoever. I think LeBron, though, needs to take a fucking step back, though. The fact that he actually got a punishment. You know what I mean? A suspension with a fine. I mean, what did Robert Kraft get? What did Robert Kraft get? And yes, this does continue to go into the argument of owners and players being, this goes against owners and players, being, kind of a double-edged sword and kind of just a double standard, really, of how athletes and the owners should operate. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just a part of society, unfortunately. And with all of this going on, Deshaun Watson, I think the Deshaun Watson thing is a perfect example. You have so many counts of bad things happening with this one dude and this one player, and you're only going to suspend him then 11 games? 11 games for Deshaun Watson isn't even half of the number of women that he affected, if we want to get into that real quick. But I don't. I want to talk about Robert Sarver. LeBron, I agree with you to a point. I agree with you to the point that there is no place for anything like this at this day and age, in the workplace especially. I will hand to you that this took a long fucking time. This took a long time for the league to come out with something. This started off back in like October or November of last year with these allegations and everything, which these are allegations that have already come out. And these are allegations that the Suns have already handled. The Suns are reporting that this shit happened a while ago, and they've already taken care of it in-house. They let the league know and everything, and they did their due diligence, and they already handled it. But obviously the NBA didn't think you did, and which isn't an issue. I think it's just more, it says more to how unorganized the NBA is, and that's something you don't really say often. The NBA, one of the more better ran leagues in the country, with Adam Silver probably being one of the best not general managers, one of the best league commissioners that you can ask for, honestly. This league has been so player forward and everything. And again, I get why LeBron's doing it. He needs to secure his legacy. He will get out and say anything that he can put his opinion on, and that's why his opinion at this point means jack shit. You know, I am all for going out there and helping the cause and whatever you want to do, but at some point, MJ said it best, Republicans buy sneakers too. Everyone buys sneakers. At the end of the day, LeBron, I applaud you for using your platform for what you use it for. However, shut the fuck up every once in a while. All right? And the NBA cannot be happy with this. Adam Silver cannot be happy with fucking LeBron James, your most marketable, your most popular player in the league right now, coming out and making a stand against you. LeBron, Adam Silver and boys have done so much for you to secure your legacy, to make sure that you're happy and everything. And now they have to deal with you saying that the play-in games are bullshit. They have to deal with you calling them out for handling league business. LeBron, you are an incredible basketball player, one of the best to ever live and one of the best to ever do it. But shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up and play basketball. All right? Seriously, I'm surprised we didn't get a fucking 10-minute speech from LeBron about the Queen dying. Honest to God. And the fact that and you know what? It's good that LeBron's an athlete and not a celebrity, because he wouldn't be able to do award shows. He wouldn't be able to do award shows. He'd be out there for fucking 25 minutes thanking everyone, making some big public statement, and it's like, bro, shut up. Go put up a triple-double. Try to win a fucking finals with AD, Russ, and Pat Bev. All right? You got a lot more to worry about right now than what's going on off the court. Okay? And that's the crazy thing about this. When this whole Robert Sarver thing came out and everyone was seeing the fine and the suspension, I didn't hear or read anywhere else where they're like, nope, they got this wrong, they fucked up. And then all of a sudden, LeBron James comes out of the fucking skies and is like, no, this is fucked up, this is wrong, and blah, blah, blah. Now everyone's talking about it. No one was talking about this, LeBron. This was a done deal until you decided to come in and stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Okay, if this was happening directly to players, then fine. The NBA PA should get involved, and then that's a completely different story. The players should have a voice. But this was office employees. This was front office business. And no disrespect, LeBron, we've seen what you can do in a front office as a general manager, and it doesn't look fucking pretty. It doesn't. All right? You want to look at the Lakers last year? You want to look at the Heat before you left? You want to look at the Cavs before you left the second time? LeBron does this thing. He comes in, they're really bad for the first year. Second year, they win a title. Third year, they suck because LeBron gets all the power. Fourth year, he's at. I mean, it's a great way he sets up his contracts. I can't knock him on that. But LeBron really, I think, needs to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, and know when to shut the fuck up. And Adam Silver, I think, really needs to have that talk with him, or else it's going to continue to go. It's going to continue to go. What is happening now? Obviously, we got LIV Golf coming this weekend from Chicago, and I'm seeing Greg Norman now trending on Twitter. And it's just a quote from Greg Norman. He did an interview with kudatch.co.uk. Never heard of them before, but hey, it's a news outlet. And Greg Norman's coming out and saying that the PGA Tour is trying to destroy LIV. Yeah, but I could have fucking told you that. So nothing really there, but hey, whatever. LIV Golf, that is something very interesting. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I do about a video every day on LIV Golf and the news going on in the day and everything, because no one's covering it. I don't get why no one's covering it. It's sports. It's interesting. Most interesting golf has been in a long time since Tiger was in prominence. And so, shit, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it more. Oh, man. Hey, we got a fun game tonight. I know I've had to go around talking about other sports and stuff, but we do have a fun game tonight, and that is the Chargers going to the Kingdom to face the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. You got Al Michaels and Herb Kirkstraight calling the game. Should be a hell of a booth. Really excited for it. But hey, we're fucking degenerates, so let's talk about the only thing that matters to us, and that's the line. Chiefs are 4-point favorites at home. Oh, the money line literally just moved to minus 195, plus 162. Before I switched to screens, it was minus 205, and I believe plus 180. 54 being the total. You got two very high-powered offense teams, but also with the defense that can sustain. You got. I mean, let me tell you, as much as I love the Chargers, and the Chargers are my Super Bowl pick to win the whole thing, it's scary looking at this Chiefs team and seeing what they did to the Arizona Cardinals and not think, oh, shit, they're going to put up like 50 points tonight, 60 points tonight. But the Chargers' defense is too good. I really think that the Chargers are winning the Super Bowl. 4-point spread. I wish it was at 6.5 or 7. I would like it a lot more there for the Chargers. 4 points just seems a little scary. I'm leaning more towards the over. I will have our best picks and locks of the day later today, so please, again, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, the Chiefs are going to come in. They're going to continue to want to roll because they got on a roll. They're going to want to keep on that roll. Same with the Chargers. Chargers playing, I think, a little bit more difficult of a game on Sunday, going to the Raiders. Chargers starting on I don't know. The Chargers played at home, against the Raiders. Just felt like a home game because it was SoFi. But yeah, I mean, it's a rough game. Both teams on a short rest, obviously. You're going to have to wait for the next video to get my pick. Because I got to do a little bit more research on that. I got to handicap that a little bit better. Because there's a lot of variables going into this game. A lot of variables. Kind of like the over, though. If you're going to take a bet and you want to bet right now, it's the morning. You don't have a time to get to the sports book later this afternoon. You're working and you need to put a bet in now. Go ahead. Take the over 54. I think that's going to be the best number you're going to get all day. And with the way these two offenses are, no matter how good the defenses are, points are going to be scored on both sides of the ball. And so you go ahead, give me the over for this game, and then I'll give you a pick later today for the Chargers and the Chiefs. It's going to be a hell of a game. Thursday Night Football, thank God it got on Amazon, honestly. And I know what people are going to say, oh, it's a bitch and a half to try to find now. We can't watch it on cable, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but we're getting games like Chargers and Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. Any other year, this has Jaguars-Giants written all over it. Or something like that, you know what I mean? Especially with not the ability to flex games like Sunday nights do and like Fox and NBC do. Yeah. Shout out at Amazon. Thank you for that. And I'm very excited to see the whole Kirk and Al Michaels booth. That's going to be great. It was weird not hearing Al Michaels on Sunday Night Football. Hope he enjoys his new home on Thursday. Can't wait to watch him. Last little piece of news I want to wrap up with, something I have not covered but really should have. This coming from Jeff Passan. This happened a couple days ago. But the MLBPA and the MLB in general has had an issue with minor league players. They do not pay their minor league players a livable wage. That's why a lot of these minor league players, on top of playing baseball full-time, have to get another job as an insurance agent, bagger, or whatever they can find in order to sustain living. But now, as of a couple days ago, the MLBPA will be accepting, I believe, 5,000? Yes, there'll be up to 5,000 total players. Now, they were only doing 1,200 off the 40-man rosters and everything like that. But now it will extend to minor league players. Why is this such a big move? Because the MLB is dying. The MLB is dying. I mean, it really is. And you ask a lot of American kids nowadays, what do you want to be when you grow up? They're not saying I want to be a baseball player. I want to be a basketball or football player. Why? Because they look the best, they get paid the best, the highlights are everywhere, and that's what they want to do. Kids have such short attention spans nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aaron Judge is probably putting some butts into seats. Edwin Diaz is probably putting some butts into seats. But the MLB as a whole doesn't have that competitive spirit that the NFL, NBA does every single game, even down to the NHL. And that's just because there's too many games and everything is just slow about baseball. That does look to be changing, though, as also within the last couple of days, they have accepted new rules, such as making the bases about 3 inches bigger. This is going to help with player safeties for slides into the plate, etc., etc. A pitch clock coming in. I believe it's 15 seconds with no runners on, 20 seconds with runners on. The batter must be ready at the 8-second mark, or else it's a strike for the batter. If the pitcher isn't ready, then it's going to be a ball for the batter. And this has already been, put in place in minor leagues, and 2.5-hour games. And that's kind of the sweet spot you're looking for with the MLB, 2.5, 3-hour games. And on top of that, the shift. The shift is finally gone. Finally gone. The rule now states that 2 players must have their feet on the dirt, 2 players on each side of the second base bag. So that means no more shifts, no more shortstops playing left center field, right center field, or anything like that. No more third basemen playing shortstops. And no more having all 4 guys on the same side of the fucking field. Holy shit, we might get some hits. I love the MLB. I love what they do. Rob Manfred is still the biggest stooge in the world. But hey, shout out. Hey, I'll give you guys this one. You got one right. You got one right, MLB. Thank you very much for getting this one right and hopefully doing whatever you can to save the game, because popularity is in a decline, attendance is in a decline, unless you're in one of the big markets. I mean, I love the sport. I've been to more baseball games this summer than I've been to in a long time, and I love the sport. I love watching it. It's a great way to spend a night or an afternoon. But you got to make it more exciting. You know, I've been a baseball player my whole life. I was a catcher, so I love a good pitching duel. But the average fan doesn't. They want dingers. They want runs. They want doubles, triples. They want cycles. They want all of that. And so, for the average viewing audience, this is great. I don't think we're going to lose any of the nuances that make baseball what baseball is. We're obviously still going to have shitty umpires. We're obviously still going to have bad strike zones. We're obviously still going to have pitching duels. It's just going to be a lot more difficult. I'm excited to see these pitchers kind of go into spring training working with this. Pitchers are such methodical creatures. They are so routine. They do everything their way or the highway. And so now having to put constraints around that, I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. And I'm expecting to see a lot more hits starting opening day next year. Wish these rules could go in right now. I really wish these rules could go in right now. But hey, it is what it is. Let me take one more look around the sports world, make sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh, this is another. We'll go back to the Robert Sarver thing. He was, Adam Silver was in a press conference, and he was essentially asked, like, hey, why didn't you take the team away? Why didn't you take the team away? He can't. He's the fucking commissioner. Robert Sarver is one of the guys that signs his paychecks. He can't take them away from him. Come on. He doesn't. And Adam Silver came out and said that. I don't have the right to take away. Yeah, no shit. No commissioner on this planet has the right to tell an owner to sell their team. Okay? None. I mean, and you know what? You want to take this another step further. Let's say this happens in the corporate world. Okay, something like this comes out in the corporate world. Some CEO does some shit like this. He doesn't have to quit. He doesn't have to step down. He doesn't have to retire. It is usually a move that is board pressured and a PR move to have them step down or retire. But, I mean, let's be real. This story is going to go away in a week or two. I mean, the only reason it was brought up again after the day that it was brought up was because LeBron James said some shit. And now Adam Silver has to answer for it. If I'm Adam Silver, like I said earlier today, my first call is to LeBron being like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're not making this any better. You're not helping us whatsoever. Shut up. Shut up and try to win a championship. Because that's what you get paid to do, not be a spokesperson. Oh, that whole LeBron James thing. Goddamn. Well, with that being said, have a beautiful Thursday. We got football on tonight. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more continued updates on all the sports world, and so you never miss an episode of Brofect Sports Talk with the Brofect one. That's me. And, of course, hit that link tree down below. Follow us on all of our socials. Stay up to date with all things Degenerate. And, yeah, check out our merch store. We got the link in the description as well. Buy some merch. Help support the channel. And with that being said, I've been the Brofect 1 AJ. This has been Brofect Sports Talk, and we'll see you next time.